Well, guys, last night, legendary actress Lauren Bacall passed away at the age of 89. The 2010 Honorary Academy Award recipient was best known for her frequent films with her husband, Humphrey Bogart, including movies like To Have and To Have Not, The Big Sleep, Dark Passage, and Key Largo. John, what are your thoughts on the passing of Lauren Bacall?
It's so sad. I mean, when you hear about it, especially right on the heels of the Robin Williams thing. Now, we were talking a little bit around the table beforehand. It's a different story. I mean, we're talking about Lauren Bacall, 89 years old, lived a full, rich, amazingly adventure-filled life, and that's awesome. You know, I haven't seen nearly as many of her films as I watched of, Robin Williams' films. But when you talk about, like, I've seen films like Key Largo and stuff like that, but Murder on the Orient Express, which I don't think is anybody's favorite Lauren Bacall film. But it is mine, and because you look at the film, you got Ingrid Bergman, Albert Finney in the lead, of course. Sean Connery is in that, which a lot of people forget about. I really, really like that film. So I mean, really, it is a sad day. It's going to be there's going to be a big round of applause at the next Oscars during the in memoriam when her name comes up. So it's another loss for Hollywood right now, Christian.
Yeah, it's Hollywood royalty, man. I mean, she was. You know what I really. What I think about is she did things that when actors and actresses do now all the time, but when she was doing it, it was considered difficult. And that was when scripts came in that she didn't like, she said, no, I don't want to do that role. And that labeled her as difficult, which it means she liked and picked out what she did. And that's one of the reasons she was as successful as she was and worked the way she did and became, and the reason we're honoring her right now, and she became this icon in Hollywood. It's a loss. 89 years old. She, like you said, John, she lived a very full life. Tragic to hear that she passed, but you know, I'll say that if it's cliche, it's cliche. She's in a better place. She's peaceful, and that we can at least take some peace with.
And Rose?
Yeah, definitely following, especially on the heels of Robin Williams. I feel like we all just were, it was a rough day yesterday. But as you mentioned, she did live a long life, and we're so void of the kind of movie star that she represented nowadays.
Yeah, it's a different era.
It really is a different era. It's old Hollywood, and there was a certain class and just sex appeal, and just look at how beautiful she was, and you know, all her Humphrey Bogart films and all that. Like, she's just a class act. She always just had this on-screen presence. And I love that you brought that up because, you know, now what we consider a diva is so different to what it was considered. And, you know, just being choosy and actually being specific with the kind of roles you want to take on is very commendable. And I feel like that's why her body of work is so strong. There's not one film I was like, why did you do that? You know, so she will be missed. And I'm so blessed that we have her incredible filmography to always have.
Yes?
Yeah, it's sad. It's different circumstances than Robin Williams, you know, and she's a legend of classic Hollywood. She has a unique style. Her confidence, her intelligence, and her voice is super unique.
Oh yeah.
And like you, actually, she's known for the classics, The Big Sleep and How to Marry a Millionaire. But I also was introduced to her through Agatha Christie because I was a big fan of her book. So I watched Murder on the Orient Express, and she was also in another movie called Appointment with Death that also Carrie Fisher was in. And so like I kind of got introduced to her through those movies.
Wasn't she also one of the voices in the English adaptation of Miyazaki's The Castle, Howl's Moving Castle?
I'm not sure.
I think she was actually.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.